Hey everyone, Anthony Scott here at ToyHopUSA.com. Today we are taking a look at FanHome's Iron Man subscription box number 29, which includes issues 109, 110, 111, and 112. These include the battle damaged parts to Iron Man. This is the third to final box before I am completely done with this 2+ year review. Special thank you to FanHome for sending this box along for review. This is greatly appreciated. To subscribe and for more information, make sure to use the links right in the YouTube description or hyperlinks off of ToyHopUSA.com. That will send you over to the FanHome website where you can get more information about this subscription. So each of these magazines come with parts to continue the build. Here's a closer look at issue 109, including the parts we're going to be using for assembly. Inside this issue is Ultimate Phantom. First article, The Final Host, Killing a God. And the page got a little stuck. Here is a continuation. Here is a breakdown of the parts, where they're going to go, and the steps for assembly. All the parts are right here. This is where it's going to go. And here's assembly. We're just going to be swapping out the part there and assembly of the left elbow guard. We've done all this before, but this is the battle damaged parts. Here's the second page and a nice poster there. Here's a closer look at the steps. Just removing the elbow part there, putting on the new one. And we're going to be swapping out this piece here on the forearm. So there's your look there. Next article, Marvel Heroes, who is the strongest? My guess would be Hulk. Some really nice vintage artwork there. A continuation with more great characters. All vintage artwork. And Ultimate Phantom. Here's an article for that. On the back, we have Avengers Volume 8, Issue number 1 from July 2018, a description, and a look at the next issue. I am going to work on assembly now, and let's take a closer look. Here is a look at the assembly for this part here, which is the forearm guard. I did not attach it because it's very hard to swap out, and the other one, I did end up breaking one of these back pegs. So I'm just going to leave that. The bicep one is in there, which you can see. Here's a look at that elbow joint, and I am now moving on to the next issue. Here's a look at the cover of issue number 110 and the parts we're going to be using for assembly. This is another hand and fingers. The battle damaged hand and fingers. First article, Iron Hammer. Journey into Suspense. And a continuation. And about halfway through, we have a look at a breakdown of the parts and a look at the steps. So here is a closer look at the hand and the fingers. 3 bags of screws. This is where it's going to go. And here is a closer look at these steps. We've built fingers and hands before. And here's a look at the next page, as well as a poster. And screw it in, and there you go. So 3 fingers, part of the hand, and they will have hinge joints. So you should be able to have 2 points of hinge for each of the screws. So, next article, Infinity Wars. A continuation. And now Iron Hammer. On the back, we have Iron Hammer #1 from September 2018. A description and a look at the next issue. I am now going to work on assembly. And let's take a closer look. Here's a look at the completed assembly. And I am now moving on to the next issue. Here's a look at issue 111, including the parts that we're going to be using for assembly. We're going to be finishing this hand. Inside, Tony Stark, Iron Man, business as usual. And we have a continuation. Fing Fang Foom is shown here. About halfway through, we have a breakdown of the parts and a look at the assembly. So here is a look at all the parts. And this is where it's going to go, the left hand. And here is a look at the steps. Next page. Here's a closer look at that. We've done this before, so I think you guys would know what to expect. Here's the assembly of the hand with all the fingers now completed. And final assembly. Okay, so next article, did it happen or not? A continuation. And Ultimate J. Rice. On the back, we have Tony Stark, Iron Man #1 from August 2018. And to look at the next issue, I am going to work on assembly now. And let's take a closer look. Here's a closer look at the left hand. As you can see, everything is assembled. All the fingers are articulated. Multiple hinge joints on each finger. Ball jointed thumb. And here is a look at the other side. And I am now moving on to the next issue. Here's a look at issue 112, including the parts we're going to be using for assembly. Inside this issue, we have Ultimate Future Foundation. First article, To Be or Not to Be, Project Escape. We have a continuation. And about halfway through, we have a breakdown of the parts and assembly. We're going to be working on the top of the feet here, which you see here, left foot guard and right foot guard. This is where it's going to go. And here is a look at assembly. Just pop it off and switch it. Very easy. And we have a couple of really cool posters. Next article, did it happen or not? A continuation. And finally, we have Ultimate Future Foundation. On the back, we have Tony Stark Iron Man #9 from May 2019. A description and a look at the next issue. I am going to work on assembly now. And let's take a closer look. Here is a look at the completed assembly. So this was very easy to do. Just swap out the parts as I showed you guys in the magazine. Thank you again to FanHome for sending along this box for review. It's greatly appreciated. This is going to be one awesome figure once completed. There's only 2 boxes left showcasing the battle damaged parts, so do come back and check that out. That is coming in the next 2 weeks, the last 2 boxes. I'm Anthony Scott at toyhypeusa.com. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Check out the FanHome website by clicking off the links off of toyhypeusa.com. or the links right below in the YouTube description. That'll take you over to the FanHome website where you can get more details about this. Thanks again for watching this video, and stay tuned for more toy news and reviews.